Welcome to another edition of Talk the Talk Rio Grande Valley Stars. I'm your host, Alex Arabia. We're on season 4, and as you can tell, big change here because Isaac Medina, my co-host, isn't here today. He couldn't be with us, but I have two outstanding guest co-hosts, Tony Villarreal, Antonio, the actor and model, and also Damian Ortuño, a singer. Want to say hi, guys?
Hey, Talk the Talk. Hey, Valley World.
How can people find you on social media, real quickly?
A mí me pueden encontrar como Damián LPC en Facebook, Instagram y YouTube. Ya próximamente voy a estar lanzando mi nuevo sencillo y también una película con la que estamos trabajando con el director de USA Production, que se llama El secuestro de Carla Parks, ahí para que estén pendientes.
Gran cantante y actor ahora.
Cantante y actor, sí.
Y hablando de actores, Antonio.
You can find me on Instagram, Antonio Villarreal _ official. You can find me on Facebook, Antonio Villarreal. You're gonna find my website. I'm finishing that soon, so you can look up there my resume, all my work, my IMDb page. So it's gonna be coming up.
Talented people right here. And another talented individual is our guest for today. So please welcome Jaime Rivas.
SLick Change.
SLick Change, thank you for being here with us today. And we'll be learning more about his life, career, background, future goals. Should be a great interview and inspiring one. So tell our viewers, first of all, where you're from. What city are you from?
Born and raised in Edinburg, Texas. So I've been in Edinburg, Texas all my life, but I barely moved to Mission for I've been there for over 2 years. But yeah, I've been in the valley my whole life and, try to expand it, I got a little boy and family here in the valley, so it's kind of hard for me to just leave, But
Exactly.
if I had a choice, I would try to, get around, man. 'Cause being stuck in the valley, so you're limited to so much you can do. But now with the internet, we got internet on our phones everywhere we go. We could always, promote everywhere.
Yeah.
So everybody all at once.
And how old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
Me, I'm 30.
30.
Young,
Very young.
Young.
And since when have you been in this music industry?
I've been doing this since I was 16. When I first recorded my first album, it was with a friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, and he took me to the studio. He's older than me, and they got me on a CD with all these talented people from the valley, real talented people. So I was the youngest one, and coming out on songs with all these people.
Can you name a few?
Cal Casta. I mean, he's pretty known. I don't know if he's
He do a lot of freestyles, no? He do a lot of freestyles?
Well, you would write a lot, man, but
Yeah.
his skills are man, he
I
has
heard
that fast type of flow and all that stuff. And Cal Casta's one of them. Jay Bates was my friend from back in the day. They all had a crew, and some other dude, man, some other friend of mine named LG. And he was
When was
one
that? When was that?
This was when I was 16, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so I had stopped doing music for a while. I was going through some situations and problems and stuff, but I got back on my feet, and I'm trying to get back into it, man. And sure enough, I've always loved that chopped and screwed music, all that underground Texas. So that underground Texas movement was something I've always been into. I always thought that was the realest type of hip hop,
Yeah.
And chopped and screwed music, when I first heard it, I fell in love with it. And now I got signed with OG Ron C in the Swisher House. It was always my dream to get signed with the Chop Stars or Swisher House. I got my album has a lot of people from Swisher House on it.
So many questions to ask you, and I'm gonna have Tony ask you the next one. But before, you're gonna be performing at a music fest that our producer is organizing, the RGV Jam Fest on November the 9th in Palmview.
Yeah.
Right. Tell us about your performance. What do you expect from that day?
Okay, so a little bit about my performance on November 9th. I'll be performing out there. I'm gonna do about 6 to 7 songs. But the only thing is that since the other people that are on the songs with me aren't in the building with me,
Featuring.
yeah, I'm gonna have to cut out my parts of every song. So it's gonna be a little bit weird because I'm gonna be performing my song. Some of them are a little bit longer than others. Some of them are a little bit short. So it's gonna go into the next song real quick. But it should be about 9 minutes only, 9-minute performance.
So it's going to be in Palmview at the Stallion Event Center from 6 to 10 p.m. on Saturday, November the 9th. You're also going to be performing
Yes.
there.
También LPC va a estar en el evento.
And Isaac and myself will be the hosts.
Busquen el evento para que se suscriban a la página y le den like y también lo compartan para que lleven a toda su familia, inviten a sus amigos. Va a ser un evento totalmente gratuito y vas a tener diferentes cosas también en el evento, ¿no?
Así es, van a haber muchos cantantes, entretenimiento para toda la familia. Y sigan a J.A.R Films, que es el channel también que hace este show en YouTube y en Facebook de J.A.R Films, y ahí estarán todos los flyers para este evento. Tony, question for Jaime.
You had mentioned that you like Chopped Screwed, right? What artist was it that influenced you to say, you know what, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, that's a good question, man, because actually it was Mike Jones, Swisher House. You know, one day, you know, one of my friends showed me one of the CDs, Chopped and Screwed, and I fell in love with like the way it sounded, you know, so I went trying to find that CD everywhere. It was like an underground CD, I couldn't, so I ended up finally finding it. I ordered it, and now, you know, it's crazy because now that I'm older, like 2 years ago, I linked up with Mike Jones. We made a song together and it came out on Wild 104, and then I even chop and screw his music, you know. So every time he needs a new song to chop and screw, he messages me like, hey man, chop and screw this, you know, and he shares it on social media, Facebook, you know. Shout out to Mike Jones, man, Money Train.
Shout out right there.
Mike Jones still doing music?
Yeah, he's still doing music, man. Like, he's doing it. He's trying to get signed to a major label again, you know, little by little. But he's still doing his thing, man. Like, he's doing his independent thing. It's called Money Train. That's the label.
What happened to him? What do you think he stopped for a little bit doing music?
Politics, basically just politics, man. You know, a lot of things happen. You know, people were, you know, causing problems. Just little things that happen, you know. And once all the people start like saying like, oh, you know, like, this and that happened to him, you know, it's like basically what everybody is saying, you know. It's like when somebody gets into an argument with somebody and
everybody has a different side of the story.
Everybody choosing sides, you know, and they
kind of like high school cliques.
Exactly, you know. So it's just basically politics, man. That's the reason why he was laying low for a while. But you know, like I said, man, he did influence me. The whole Swisher House influenced me. You know, DJ Scrooge, you know, RP. He's the reason why we're all doing this. You know, DJ Scrooge, and
so it must be awesome that the man you were looking up to when you first started, you were researching him and looking him up, and now you're actually working with him. Like, that's like amazing right there.
It is amazing. I mean, just thinking about Mike Jones being the one that influenced me. A lot of people would say, like, laugh at me, you know, like, oh, Mike Jones, you know, he says his name a lot, you know how it is. But, you know, me, I heard something in that type of music that I never heard, like in just regular music on the radio, you know what I mean? So that was just something different. The remixing with the turntable, scratching, that was like a whole nother level, so I wanted to learn how to do that. I finally learned how to do it, and you know, I got with the Chop Stars because I auditioned for it, and they were looking for new Chop Star members, and I auditioned. They've been following me on social media for years, you know, they already knew who I was, but they weren't looking for new members, so they finally got me in it, man, and I was like, wow, that's a blessing, man. To be doing things with Mike Jones, like I remember hearing his CD and saying like, man, I want to do what that DJ is doing to Mike Jones CD. And I would try doing it. I'll make little cheap ass tapes in my room with a computer and go out and show them to the people in my neighborhood and shit. And now, you know, I actually was the DJ that did his new single. So it's like, damn, I remember being a kid and showing everybody that remembers me as a kid knows like I was like Mike Jones this, Mike Jones that. Before he even knew me, you know. So now like, took it to another level.
You're already there, and you're even going further, right?
Yeah,
that's the plan. We're all for everybody here, you know?
Trying to go further, you know, my new album is coming out at the end of the month.
What's the name of the album?
It's just gonna be called SLick Change, Welcome to the Valley. It's on the sign up on the album cover. So probably I didn't mean to name it Welcome to the Valley, but on the cover it has a sign that says Welcome to the Valley, so I might just name it Welcome to the Valley.
I like that.
I was just naming it SLick Change, like when I needed my name, you know, I was just gonna name it that. It has 15 songs. It got someone I did with Mike Jones, plus it got songs from my old album, back then when I released some music like in 2010, 11, 12. So it's kind of like a combination of older songs and then like a few of the newer songs that I've done.
Nice.
Right.
Can you sing a little bit of one of those songs? A cappella?
A cappella? Yeah. I could sing a little song. Let me just think about which one I want to sing real quick. Cause I got one where it's like, Haters around me hated that we made it, got nothing to say. Just look at their faces, they hated. We made it and got success, living life to the fullest. Like fuck all the rest. Rise in my chest and they ready to bust. Don't trust these hoes, they full of that lust. They real in the feel like a soda supposed to. My niggas and thugs, they got nowhere to go to. They creep on the street, packing the heat, kicking our doors. We all gotta eat. Laws on that ass, but we taking on burning the rubbers and faces. There just ain't no learning. The laws hold me back, but this year is my turn and I know how to act now. I think that I'm learning, but fuck all these laws. Crooked ass cops trying to lock niggas up, something they not. Innocent people all up in the jail, but they won't ever snitch and they won't ever tell. No snitching or bitching. You fools better listen. You don't want to end up dead. Judge wanna lock everybody that's struggling to stay on the top. Know we keep going, you know we keep grinding. No catching me slipping, cause I'ma stay shining on haters and slipping and they steady smiling.
Fire, fire.
Wish me the worst.
Great job.
That's one of
It was just a
my.
little freestyle, bro. Oh, man. You got it, man.
That's beautiful, right?
That's one of my first songs that I actually wrote in that type of fast type of
Yeah, I
flow.
know.
All my songs in my CD are more like a more chill, laid back vibe. Like that's something
Yeah.
that's like on some hyped up, turned up.
Hey, that's good though.
That sounds good, man. Yeah.
So before we wrap up, one more question from Damian. Anything you want to ask?
Right now that you're talking about your album, what do you think is the difference back then than right now that a lot of artists don't come out with albums right now? They just do singles.
Yeah.
What do you think is different from you doing an album right now?
Me,
What is the decision that you make that you wanted to pull out the album instead of singles?
basically, man, I know why. The reason why I think the people that want to make a mixtape is something like just to get people prepared for the album. You know what I mean? Like mixtapes, just to give something to listen to, like give the people something to listen to.
Yeah.
In the meantime, while they work on their album, because you know how the fans can be nowadays. They just like you could be like, man, my grandma died today. I'm sad. Well, when's the album dropping? You know, they'll go comment on the shit right there. Like, they don't care how you're feeling. You know, like they just want something. You
They
know?
want their products.
Yeah.
So basically, that's I guess that's why, you know, and the reason why I wanted to release this mixtape is because I had so many songs that I've been sitting on for so long, and I never invested into actually making the actual tape and the cover.
Yeah.
So you
All
know,
the process.
yeah. And then I got this show coming up, you know, so I want to have something to take over there, you know,
Yeah.
just in case to sell. Just
Right now the show that's coming up, are you working with other local artists?
right now, I mean, there's some other artists locally that I used to work with. I know Verdadero, he's one of the ones
I know Verdadero, shout out to Verdadero.
Shout out to Verdadero. So I did one of his songs and shit. We haven't done anything else recently, but he's one of the local artists that I've done. Basically, man, there's a lot of local artists that haven't really hit me up yet, man, except for him. And I mean, I gotta really think about it. I mean,
Do you have a beef with other artists, local artists, or no?
Nah.
It's just not the connection,
Yeah, it's just basically
not the right
like,
time.
like everybody that I used to be in the game back then, you know,
Yeah.
like I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if they
Yeah.
stopped doing music. Cause like I said, I've been doing it so long that a lot of these people gave up, or like a lot of these people, you know. So I don't really know.
And just because we're on limited time, I hope it's still running.
Prolific, I mean, shout out to Prolific, man.
Oh yeah, that too.
He fucks with my stepbrother. They're real good friends. and
He's
shit.
been on our show.
Yeah, no,
actually.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Shout out
So in the future, just to wrap up, where do you see yourself in the future?
Where do I see myself?
In the valley, outside of here?
Honestly, man, in the future, I see myself traveling, you know, coming to the valley. I know I got a lot of roots down here, I got a lot of stuff, but I see myself, you know, going out of town to do different events with the Chop Stars. You know, they just DJ'd for Dave Chappelle like a few days ago and shit. Everybody in the Chop Stars, like, they do big events, they do radio, they do all that stuff. So, I mean, I see myself really getting to another level with the Chop Stars. You know, I see myself actually becoming bigger than what I am today, man. Like, basically, you know, I might be in the valley, I might stay in the valley, but whenever I gotta go out of town, travel, whatever I gotta do, and with the social media, you know, I still get my shit done.
How can people find you on social media?
You can look up SLick Change. You can look up my name, SLick Change. It's all together, no spaces. Just SLick, SLick all together, no spaces. You can look me up on YouTube, Google, Twitter. Instagram is SLick Change _ Money Train. But if you put SLick Change, I'm sure it'll come out. But it's SLick Change _ Money Train. Because when
Well, thank you so much. We wish you the best.
hey man, thank y'all for having me on the
Thank
show,
you,
man.
Jaime, and thank you to my
That's
guest
good
co-hosts,
change.
also Tony and Damian.
También
Thank you for watching this great interview with the very talented Jaime Rivas, DJ SLick Change. I know you enjoyed it, you got inspired, and he's gonna perform at the RGV Jam Fest on November the 9th, so don't miss it. Invite everybody, be there. Thanks for watching.
change already. Go.
Mucho tiempo atrás, me gustas mucho tú. Para que encuentres tierra mía, alvarada saca toca de los dos casitas de papa de la tierra mía.
Hostess, music, so we got music.
Desde que vienen las guerras, que nos magachales y que me cubra esta tierra, es una gran escala.
Slick Change, Rashid, that boy Time.
With my homeboy Slick Change, reppin' that RGV.
You can never fly, so be